What's that thing that Miami is missing? Because my theory is like, all right, you go to New York, it's a whole bunch of labels, it's a whole bunch of marketing agencies, it's a whole bunch of PR and stuff like that. Are we lacking the resources for real? What they said, hip hop, this is the first time hip hop is not on the Billboard chart. And
that's cap. I just think it's cap because like hip hop is the ecosystem to all music at this point. Once you bow to the 808, it's in country, it's in pop culture. Yeah. I think we got a responsibility to make sure the genre stays number one by like not being so repetitive.
Yeah. Nigga, if a nigga get injured, nigga, I gotta be on top of that shit like right then and there. Boom, boom, boom. And that's the same thing with politics. Like if something happened with politics, like you feel me? Yeah. You very into stocks and shit like that. You sit there and watch politics all day. For the people out there, like let's say it's somebody out there that probably had like a substantial amount of money, you feel me? Probably had not life-changing money, but like a good amount of money. And they just end up blowing it. What advice you got to give them right now?
Whew, I've been there.
We all been there.
Yeah.
Everybody been there.
Yes.
Well,
I do that shit tomorrow.
Yeah.
So I've been getting a lot of questions. Robert, why am I watching all these clips but not able to see the full episodes? Robert, when can I get a chance to be a guest on the show?
Wait, who's Robert?
Well, my name's not Robert, and the only way for you to be a guest on our show is to join the early access channel on our Patreon and our Instagram. And you could get a chance to be able to watch our episodes 2 to 3 days earlier. So make sure you guys click the link below and make sure you guys subscribe now if you guys want a chance to join our early access channel.
Hell yeah, I want to be a guest on the show.
So the only way for you guys to be a guest on the show is to join our Patreon and our early access channel.
So all I have to do is just subscribe and I get a chance to come on the show.
All you have to do is join our early access channel. We will make our announcements one time a month. And all you got to do is click the link below and become a member. It's your boy Flystoner Motive, signing out.
Welcome to the FSP podcast. It's your boy Flystoner Motive, kicking it with the Stoner crew. Feel me? Back up in this shit, man. We just had a long convo, you feel me? Good yap session. If you guys want to go ahead and tap in, make sure you guys tune in to our Patreon and our early access channel on Instagram, you feel me? Tap in. That's the only way you could get our bonus content, a chance to be a guest on our show, and to get our episodes 2 to 3 days earlier. But yeah, man, we got Sko up in the building today.
What's up?
Hey man, that's a nice jacket, man. What kind of jacket?
Come on, man,
is?
don't do that. Don't do that.
That's a Gucci jacket,
boy.
Not today.
That's a Palace jacket.
Nah, it's Supreme.
Oh, Supreme. Oh shit!
He's just too fresh. He's
Supreme.
just too fresh.
Wow.
Oh shit! Oh, what kind of watch that is? What kind of watch? Oh, that's the G-Shock.
J-Tips G-Shock.
Oh,
you might as well do the fit check. You might as well get the fit check done.
Shit, what kind of pants, man?
I'm gonna go goddamn.
Human made.
I'm gonna go goddamn.
I'm gonna go motherfucking goddamn.
I'm gonna go goddamn Supreme on them.
I'm gonna go goddamn.
G-Shock, J-Tips, motherfucker. You know.
Okay, twin. Motherfucking twin.
You fucking locked in, twin.
But yeah, man, we got Dan, son of man, in the building.
Oh, you know, I'm just here, bro. Hey, it's FIU homecoming. I'm representing you feel me? I'm representing my school.
We got the
You got
scholar.
Dansum in the building.
You know what's crazy?
That's my anime name.
I was walking today early and I'm like, bro, you know, I never call this nigga Dantrell. I can't think of times where I call this nigga by his real name, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's like weird.
I'm texting other people, I'm like, yeah, man, Ransom coming. And he don't even call himself Ransom anymore.
I don't know him as nothing else.
I think it just worked for people who
Yeah,
bro.
I refuse to call you anything
Yeah, when
else.
you text me, you was like me and Ransom.
My dog Ransom.
Who the fuck is
man.
Ransom?
That's like 3 names ago.
I don't hear that nigga
That's
call
how
me
I
my
know
real
him.
name.
Right.
It's Ransom, nigga.
But yeah, man, we got a very special guest up in the building today. Yes, sir, man. Long waited, man. We got lunch money in the motherfucking building.
Yeah, man. Happy to be here with
My dog.
Happy to
Wait.
be here with y'all boys, man.
Grammy winner.
Grammy winner.
No, don't start.
Hey.
Please. Leave me alone.
Hey, my nigga.
Please leave me alone.
My dog got a Grammy and was on video mix.
Oh, man.
Oh man.
Damn.
that
About
shit.
fucking
Hey,
playing real Miami
you
shit.
just unlocked the memory.
I got
Video
old
mix.
clips of that, too. I told Jesse send me a bunch of the old
Video
shit.
mix.
And I'm holding it for something.
You gotta drop that shit.
Yeah, I'm going
That
to drop
shit be
it. But I
fire.
want to, I got to but I got some shit. He got all that. Shout out to Jesse, man.
Video mix.
Video mix. That shit was.
Video mix.
Nigga used to be at.
You
we
don't
had a
know
little-
about video mix. You wasn't. I don't want to hear nothing about you, a trench baby. Nah,
Yeah,
I don't
none
want
of
to hear
that.
none of that
Yeah,
shit. You don't know about video.
And certain
mix.
shit, like I think the last real Miami people was born between, I want to say about 85
Mm-hmm.
and by I'll get it just to about 2000. I'll give him the last tail end. But it's
Yeah,
certain
2000.
shit, if you ain't experienced it,
Yeah.
you
Bruh.
can't say you was really like this new shit that we living in.
Yeah, this
Bro.
is completely new.
I remember when video on demand and TiVo just came on. Like, if you think about it, bro, nigga grow up watching Dragon Ball Z and shit like that. Nigga, if you missed a Dragon Ball Z episode, it took you a year and a half to watch that
You gotta wait in
episode.
January for the start over, and you still
Yeah.
gotta time it to watch.
You gotta time that bitch right as
Yeah.
fuck, but you don't watch the whole season. You just want that one episode. You don't know if that bitch was a filler or you don't know if that shit went down. Like, these kids got that whole fucking nigga. They can watch
You
this
been
shit 2 years ahead of time.
Yeah,
It's the
nah.
You have
gratification.
been missed that the fire episode. The next episode is just them niggas charging
Oh,
and talking.
charging nowadays.
Man, listen, boy. But yeah, for the first 10-15 minutes, we do our journalistic duty, you feel me? So for the people out there who don't know, you gotta let them know who LunchMoney is, man.
Oh man. Man.
This
Who
is
am
the
I?
segment. Is,
Put them on game, dog.
Yeah, you gotta
I'm just
flex real quick.
Grammy winner.
I'm a black man from Miami.
With a Grammy.
I do have a Grammy. But yeah. I mean, but
One
you
time
know,
for the crib.
that's the accolades like that. That's just like the extra blessings. But like, you know, from Miami, from a musical family, just a Dade County boy with a dream. They just came
And a
up
Grammy.
making music.
What's the accolades you care about?
That I'm still be able to move around my city and tap in with my dogs and
That's facts.
you know, work with the kids and put on new writers and producers and artists, and that stuff mean more to me now. But you know, but I take the accolades home. You know, we won some awards and made some hit songs and you know shit like that. Made mixtapes in the city and I just love that I came from where I came from and where I'm at now, and I can still come around the way and hug all my dogs and share stories and have fun. That mean more to me than like anything else, really. I mean, Berg still get on the phone and laugh. You know, all my dogs, like we all healthy,
Yeah.
alive. All my friends, well, not everybody. God bless, you know, the ones that ain't, but majority, I could say a good handful are still family men, good fathers, good people, you know, healthy, and we still be able to move around.
Can you, get
you know?
Can we get a little bit of name drops? You feel me? A couple things.
I'm gonna do this for the pod because this is my dog pod, so I gotta shout out big people so we can keep it like we can raise our make sure our views stay up.
Clip it up.
Now I worked with everybody, man, from pop to R&B to hip hop. You know, like latest all my life, Dirk and Cole, and you know, Super Free Girl Nikki, and I mean a lot of shit. I mean all the early pop stuff. Go on
Major
Spotify and
hits.
just look at my written by and
Major
all
hits.
the I've been blessed. You know,
And
working.
records yourself. Like I was showing
Oh
my
yeah,
son. Like,
all my stuff as an artist. I always,
Exactly.
I never care about myself, but yeah, I'm always
you know
mentioning
what?
me last. But
it's like it's funny that one, as far as being a dynamic artist from here, you got something or one in every turn of how this shit happened. Then you broke past the city with with the writing career and
Absolutely, yeah.
kind of tapping into the pop lane,
Mm-hmm.
made major damage there,
Yeah.
and then capping it off with the Grammy. Not that you capping it off because things still going,
Mm-hmm.
but it's like you probably one of the most dynamic artists coming from here
I appreciate that,
of all
brother.
time, because you got to start like
Coming from you.
categorizing like what people did here
Mhm.
and the lores, and it's like sometimes we think only about like the X's and the Kodaks and not demeaning them, like they made
Yeah,
major
no,
influences,
amazing.
but
Yeah.
it's a lot of artists that came through and did a lot of things like you and like Berg. Like Berg is an artist that gave all of us one.
Mm-hmm.
So everybody like got something that rang off in the city
Mm-hmm.
with Berg. Damn near every street
Absolutely.
artist here.
Absolutely.
You got one old classic that'll turn a whole city up
Mhm.
with Berg. But like you got that from the video mix
Yeah.
to the original underground
Original Underground. Yeah.
to
Mixtapes.
blog era
era.
mixtapes.
Yeah.
Working with other major hits for other artists, major
Yeah.
hits for yourself.
Yeah.
So it's like that's something that got to be highlighted to motivate people to not just stay in a box, like move around, because you might have some greatness and success all over the place
and explore sounds.
Yeah.
I say Miami grew me because we listened to a lot of music. We had if you go back to like the history of Miami from like Deep City Records all the way from Betty Wright to Michael Sterling, the KC and the Sunshine Band, the Bobby Caldwell, to the freestyle scene, Debbie Deb. Like we have a broad spectrum of music in Miami. It wasn't just like, of course, like Slip and Slide, Po' Boy, like that's like our era that we hug. But even if you look at what Luke was sampling and what Luke Records was like, it all comes from like our soul music and so I really attribute like the music, like all, and then growing up like in reggae, being like, you know, Jamaican American, growing up in the city, like we got a broad spectrum of music in Miami. Like if you listen to radio here, you know, we know Latin records, we know all type of shit. We know DJ Laz records, Power 96. Like we really listen to everything.
Really entrenched in all of these cultures.
All of these cultures. So like when I went and did music in other spaces, it wasn't really foreign to me. Like I was like, I know what every version of female look like. Like I've been around Spanish women, white women, black women, Caribbean women. I grew up in the city with 8 different, we all live next door to each other. So when I hear all these other musical sounds, I wasn't like scared of it. I was more like, oh, this some like dance shit. We dance. Like we make, so I took Miami and that whole vibe with me in every music. Like you can hear it in any record I did. I use a little bit of like our vibe, you know, like
that's
like,
how it is. That's a, you might, even down to the food we eat. You might be eating oxtail one day. You might be eating Dominican food one day. You might be eating Cuban food one day.
Soul
like,
food one day.
Our life is like that. I think the only issue Miami had is just a storytelling problem. Even to the point where I come across like historical facts or certain things about music that I feel is almost embarrassing that I ain't never know.
Yeah.
Because for whatever reason,
They
as a major city, our story just never been told.
They glorify the drug dealers.
Yeah, we glorify the drug dealer and like our ghetto culture, which is our hood culture. We love it, but we have a rich music culture too. Like if you look up people like, you know, Clarence, all even the early, like I said, the Betty Wrights, the Deep City Records and the TK Records, you know what I'm saying? All these type of, our soul bag was so crazy at that time, like of soul production. And then like we had our Motown too, you know what I'm saying? And our freestyle shit and all that. But then, you know, as like when hip hop engulfed the world, you know, we looked at it only from, but then when you look up the samples that Trick and everybody was rapping over, like Casey and the Sunshine Band was to Take It to the House sample. You know, that's what Trick and them was listening to. Like, you know,
think about that, that's like, so
Lovers and Friends,
West
Michael
Coast
Sterling.
G-Funk.
Yep.
But if you think about hip hop, as far as Miami sound and what we grew up listening to and what we listened to when they put the wall up and all that, we are funk bass
all day.
Hip hop culture.
Funk style DJs. Like we was all rapping over. That's what all the Slip and Slide records was rapped over. Like that's what like Funk Boogie was sampling all them old records we grew up on. He grew up on in Miami. You know what I'm saying? Like even when I still talk to CO like all the time, like that's what they was like, Jam Pony Express, all of that. Like they were sampling funk shit, James Brown loops or whatever was going on in the city at the time. So it's like, we really got a wide music palette. You know what I'm saying? We just don't, you know, when we was coming up, it was that rap bass, that street bass. Like you had to like, that's what kind of like, you know, but we, even though we had Pretty Ricky, we had R&B groups, we had like so much different, you know, that's why I like to highlight. Like I wish and I hope as we continue, like we highlight more of those artists too. Yeah. You know, that's why I like 12 Lin and like, you know, people just doing different things because we not only like, because when it do hit from Miami, when you see Carisha and you see Jate, like the City Girls, we celebrate that, of course, because that's, you know, we seen them come up from nothing. That's the core of us. That's the Trina base. That's the like the core. But we have a lot of music though. Like we have a lot of like different palettes than just like.
And it's so natural and pure because you think about Jatavia and Carisha. It's like you got more memories of them cutting through the bricks.
Yeah, cutting through the bricks and anything else.
House party or in the club. Yeah. Then to see that happen for them, it's just like the organic. That was beautiful. The organicness of people when they come up from here.
You know it's crazy? Like how you see Grimo like have one of the biggest records down here and they just dropped the video.
That was so smart when I seen Chaos and the Boys do that. When I seen them, I was like, damn, that was good.
It's never too late.
Never too late.
And that's not, it's not, oh, go ahead. No, I was gonna say, that's like, even if somebody said, okay, why it come out now? It's not they fault and it's not a Chaos issue. It's like, you know, again, maybe it's the wrong person to use, but let's say we had a Diddy here, right? if you look at what Diddy did for New York, his sole role is to see something, brand it.
Branded, yeah.
When he first laid eyes on somebody doing a Harlem Shake, he put it in a video.
100%.
You know what I'm saying? And Trick did the same thing with the peanut butter and jelly, but Diddy mind is a little bit different with like
business.
it's like selling t-shirts.
Business wise. That's what we always kind of had a little issue with. It was like us not like even our like every time I think about like our juking music, like our juk, like that scene had 12 records out in one space that we all knew.
Yeah.
In any other city, that would become a national sound.
New York doing it right now.
Yeah, because every other sound, like we literally had Greasy with Sean, we had Tech was doing all of them. We had Tech with 13 records on the underground, like at once, and it never really traveled. You know, yeah, no, it was the best era, the most fun era.
Yeah.
There was no violence. It was really just fun. When I think about it, like
it was
a lot of violence, and I ain't gonna lie, there was a lot of shit going on. I tried to save that. There was some shit going.
That time.
Yeah, it was some shit. I tried to save right there. It was some crazy shit. Niggas was still getting whacked. Shit was going crazy, but like, still, we was having a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun, and the music we had a sound, which was like. Very, and then, you know, Snoop did Sexual Seduction and all of that. They led to our shit and like, you know what I'm saying? But
that was him seeing it, know how to sell it.
Yeah, know how to sell it, you know what I'm saying?
A lot of that shit happened.
I think what it is with us, that shit is so much of our culture, we don't look at it like a business.
Like a business.
We just do this shit.
Naturally.
And then somebody be like, oh, no, I could capitalize on
that.
Like, this shit lit right here.
Yeah, I could corporatize it.
Even A$AP Rocky had like the gold grills, the Dickie sets, the all black thing. Like, we grew up. That's just art.
That's uniform. That shit's still uniform to this day.
To this day, yeah.
Niggas see an aunt cutting grass.
Full Dickie set.
Got out of jail, slugged up, full Dickie set.
That's how we bred.
Yeah.
I mean, Atlanta give it to us though. They say every time I talk to somebody, they learned all.
But that's
how
how like Twin City. If it's any other cities, like they, even though you know there's like I said, I be getting my history bag, and we get a lot of
MC Shadi, all that they got that.
We get a lot of our culture too coming from that South Carolina. Coastal Georgia, but as far as like closest to us now, it is Atlanta. We do share a lot of different things.
We brought the cars up there and all that, you know, because we had they had the How Can I Be Down and we had like all them like
what was the shit in Orlando?
Classics.
No, it was like a music conference and everybody used to come to
with TJ DJs.
Damn,
I feel it was before that, but we had.
But it was like in the I think early '90s, late '80s. This lady at my job, she used to talk about it all the time, but like Will Smith, Diddy, all of them used to be
come to
Diddy.
I mean, it's hard to leave bro out of stuff. You know, he did a lot of important shit. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. But it's like, to hear names like that coming down here, I think it was on what's the BMF when they came to Miami, when they came to Florida on BMF and they was doing the music thing. That's the conference.
They was coming. We had a lot of music.
What the name is, but
they lost me after season 2. I'm gonna keep it.
Yeah, no, it was out of control.
Yeah, this was a different era. Yeah, but that's you know that attributed to a lot of shit I was doing from the crib, just like. I think this is what helped me, of course. Like, because when you come out of Miami and you get big, you become a global superstar. Because we a global city too.
Right.
You know what I mean? We attract to the world. You know what I mean? Our shit don't just stay low. Like, you know, we're a port. We're also a city. You know, our culture lends to the people coming from all over the world. So you know what I'm saying? They're gonna take it back everywhere else. All we do is breed superstars.
But now that you mention it, I think that's where like the laid backness come because we so Caribbean influenced. Like. Even as a African American straight black person, most black people here don't realize how much Caribbean influence they are. Like, most black people here probably got like
we the minority, bro. I'm my only fucking black American friend.
But you don't really even know. It's like, bro, we got Bahamians in our family.
Yeah, we do.
So it's like, and most black people, if you got family that stem back from down south. It's probably over 50% chance that you some part, but it was just that
black
much
folk. We already, no matter where we at or what we are, we all move the same anyway. But being that we all us grew up on a city that's like an island, Miami is basically an island with a whole bunch of islands, but we are like the most southern point of the country. Yeah. So we know we gonna walk out in some slides and some shorts and like move around.
And it's that it's that abundance lifestyle. Like if we was talking about how much we travel in New York, they be on gold. But all day. New York, when it's cold, it's like a desolate wasteland. Ain't no fruits, ain't no just like the environment tells you I gotta go get it or I might die. Here, it's like, dog, a homeless person can live off mangoes. And
Yeah. Now we got everything.
You can
It's-
really just live off mangoes and a fishing pole and go catch
catch a fish. No,
and you
oh
can just be
God.
homeless
You
and
go
straight
homeless.
because you ain't gonna freeze it though.
Yeah. Oh God.
So it's like that abundance of sun and nature and all that.
Equator babies,
It
man.
make everybody
It's like-
a little bit slower. That's why the culture shock now of all these hyper capitalistic on go people is a major shock.
Yeah,
to
we
the
don't
city.
move like that in Miami though.
You could be broke and end up in a Rolls Royce.
Yeah,
If you really think about it, like you got to think about it. Like if you're in the middle of the country, the motherfuckers who got the top jobs, the doctors, the lawyers, like they might never see a Rolls Royce in their life.
Yeah.
Down here, you could be dead ass broke, really grind, and end up in a Rolls Royce, a Bentley, a very exotic luxury car.
Like our women, they might live in the bricks, but they got a nice dress. They go to live one night, see their favorite rapper.
Yeah.
It fucks up the economy low key too, because they so used to everybody. That's
Nothing
the thing.
impressive.
We're a prideful place, you know. Like even us just growing up here, like we don't care about anyone else or what anyone else is doing.
Yep.
We're very unimpressed. That's why people are like, oh, it's hard to make it a mind. We're just very unimpressed people.
I say that shit all the time.
We're not really impressed by niggas and shit like that.
Niggas could watch
It's
their
sad.
favorite artists, know the words word for verbatim, and will be in the front of that concert looking at that nigga
Like, yeah. You know how many shows I did like that, bro?
Yeah, you
Some
did.
niggas we performing like niggas at Coco's performing in the day shift.
Yep.
Right.
And niggas in that bitch like is looking at you like, and then you get off, they be like, bro, your shit was hard, bro.
Yeah, boy, I fuck with your
I've
shit,
been
boy.
listening to your
bro.
shit since '98.
I've been listening to your shit. Man, that nigga tell you like, bro, I see you on video mixing shit back in the day. You was a
Right.
jit, bro. Like I see you out here still. I'm like, damn, when I was on stage, you could have clapped.
Yeah, I'm
bro.
telling you, nigga, you
coulda
could've stared
clapped.
at
I
me,
would
nigga.
appreciate the
You fight
clap.
ego
like-
on that stage.
Yeah, but I still like I get that's how we are. So we show love. It don't matter,
I be
and we
like,
all
nigga,
like
I'm
that a
here.
little bit.
Right.
I'm here, nigga.
I'm here.
I'm here, ain't I?
Scold that
came,
nigga.
man.
Scold that nigga.
I
Scold
came,
that.
didn't I?
Scold, you get off the stage, Scold be like, bro, I fuck with you though. Yeah,
I be
nigga ain't-
geeking now.
Yeah.
I be geeking.
Yeah,
you
we
get
grew out
out?
of that shit.
Yeah,
We had to
fuck that.
reprogram
Yeah,
our
I
shit.
paid my money. I'm finna have the time of my life.
Yeah, I be in that
Fuck
Play
bitch.
they love it. Play they
I
love
knew
it.
he was coming with that. I knew he was
I had to
coming with that.
reprogram. I had to reprogram. I had
Yeah,
to
nah.
realize, we got it's just traveling too. I tell all my dogs travel.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't care if you like whatever money you make in your life or whatever little
Get the fuck
travel. Yeah, go see other people, see other things,
For sure.
see how other people live, expand your mind, and then bring it back, and like it just change your whole shit.
So I gotta ask you a backstory. Like, how did you go from being an artist into being a producer? Like, how was that transition?
I was like, well, like if anyone, I was in bottom of the map. I was in the group bottom of the map at one point. And when we was in the group, after the group, we all just kept doing our things. Me and Zerk, we all just kept doing other shit.
Shout
And
out to Zerk.
yeah, my brother Zerk, we just kept doing other stuff. And then people always wanted my songs sometimes. Like I was always kind of the studio junkie. I was always in the studio. So like after a while, I was like, at first I was like, you younger, you like, I ain't giving my songs to nobody. And then as I got older, I started to realize the people I admired so much did everything. Like it wasn't only about them being the artists. They were providing songs. They were producing records. They were vocal producing. But I always like, growing up around music, that's something I always admired too. So like, after a while, I was like, man, let me check. I noticed this about myself. Like I wasn't ever scared to like recreate myself. Like how you was talking about, like when you was rap, now you go into other things. I was thinking like that musically. Cause I was like, man, I was like 20, we got left bottom map like 24. I was going into 25. And that's a pivotal time in your life. And I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna try to like write these hooks for people. I'm gonna try to give some of this shit away. So then I started to like, that was a skill I started to just sharpen every day, like not worrying about, and in return, it ended up bringing me back to being an artist, but it taught me the service business, like going in the studio and it not being about me.
Yeah,
I'm not the artist. I gotta like, how do you feel today? Like and I like that because I'm kind of a service person anyway. I don't mind like being number two. It doesn't bother me at all. So like if I could come in the studio and help you get out the door with something, that I started to get amped about that. Like that challenge, like, okay, I'm going in with an artist. I got to give him some shit today, or I got to play something to impress. And I like the challenge of going in the room and like you in there with 8 people waiting for you to play something.
Yeah.
Like that rush was like, but I'm about to fuck them up with some shit, or I'm gonna make so that I started to get addicted to that. And then I started just like working at it working at it, getting with Ben, going over here, any studio, wherever, whether it be there, just working at that. And then eventually it's just like taking risks, leaving the city, meeting people, being like, I'm gonna go stay with my boy in LA. He working on this, let me jump on, just being adventurous and not being like so like closed-minded.
That's important.
Yeah, you got to be adventurous. You got to like just get out your comfort zone. Yeah, just moves. Like, oh, you staying where? I went to New York for a couple of years. My boy was like, you come stay with me at the crib. Well, I'm gonna fly up there. He brought me my ticket. Shout out to my boy 4-5. He's like, stay at my house. And I move around New York. Found a little indie chick who needed hooks and made hooks for her. She paying me, helped me stay in New York, take care of myself. So I'm moving. Like all those type of things help me like get different experience. And then I feel like once you work hard enough and you do the 10,000, like things start connecting. Yeah. All it needs is one thing to connect, and then it puts you in a certain position around someone else. And sometimes getting out of Miami was a little pivotal because I did a lot here already. Yeah. And then, once you hear a lot and you somewhere a lot, sometimes when you go other places, people appreciate you. You meet and you a new face. Yeah. And then I had so much experience from rapping and working already by the time I got, you ready. I was ready. I was like, I do this anyway. And I'm coming from a place where nobody likes anybody. Right. So I'm not going to get hurt by anything. Like I could take a no. You could say no. I'll do it again. I'll write it 1,000 times. So it just ended up doing that enough running. Just like, it ended up meeting people and it worked out. You know what I'm saying?
I think one of the key things, and if anybody get anything from what you just said, because I could resonate with it, is like, being of service. When you took it off from needing to be you, which it still end up being you. You still got your own hits and all that, but when you started getting to you see how service make everything move faster for you because you putting something out, and that's like that's like a spiritual concept too. When you put yourself last and put other people, the needs of other people first, you start seeing how things move. Like when I wanted to be #1 rapper. Yeah. And like people vouch like, yeah, you rap really good. And it's not nobody hate on you, nobody stop you, people support you. But when y'all start doing stuff for like other people, putting together shows, helping people putting their merch together, doing this, giving this idea, helping out, shit just be taking off. Yeah. Yep. When I started doing the tech thing, taking off, stock, taking off. Yep. But it was just like, shit, y'all see, I ain't really never charged nobody for no stock. It's just like, yo, y'all, let's go eat together. No, 100%. Y'all sit in the crib, let's go eat together. And that just open up avenues for it.
People respect you different too. Yeah. It's like a different respect. Because I know people think artists get all the respect, and it ain't really. There's people behind the scenes that are doing a lot of work. And respect. I was seeing like how the people, the producers and writers are getting. Writers don't get treated good all the time unless you like certain levels. But I was seeing how people look to them, and a lot of the people I looked up to were those people. And I was like, I want them to look at me like how they look at him. Thanks. Not like how they look at him. You pull up in a nice car, the girls are screaming, but this guy making it move. He in the studio all night working on the mix. He working on the vocal. He's the scientist. I want that job. Exactly. So I was like, okay, because when you come up, we wanted to be the best rappers. Yeah. We looked up to Jay-Z and Lil Wayne and Nas and people we got those. So he's like, but then it's you got to be able to like start from zero sometimes. And build, because when I started writing more, I started over. Yeah. Because I was an artist. You get signed in the group and then you get dropped. You think it's like, dang, I got dropped. Yeah. This shit over. But then it's like, nah, you just got to start over. Recycle and do something new and take all that information, and move it over there. But that shit, I'm appreciative of it. Like, it's still a hustle, but, I love making music, so. I ain't never worked.
The number one thing when I was in my documentary bag, when I was like researching Basquiat and Andy Warhol, I became obsessed with Andy Warhol because I realized he got famous. He became legendary off of making other people famous. You feel me? Like you knew his work, but his face wasn't never in his work. Right. His like he'll get a model, do a photo shoot for her, and that shit would be the most legendary photo shoot. You feel me? Yeah. And when I started seeing things of that nature, I was like, bro, I remember I told him one time, I was like, bro, maybe that's our job is not to be the forefront of things. Yeah. Our job is to make other people famous. Like we see what people potential is. We see like we visionaries. You feel me? We see things that other people don't see. So like we know you got the potential. All you gotta do is tweak this, tweak that, tweak that. And that shit could take you to a whole nother level.
Yeah. Us doing it ourselves was like practicing the theory. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And again, your ego leads you there to do it for yourself, but then at some point you stop and say, okay, now I can apply this. This ain't theory no more. Yeah. It's practical. Yeah. And I can apply this to somebody who might have a different shot. Like even when we started seeing the younger dudes come, the Currys and you know, well, 12, not too much younger, but when he started popping out and all these different people, you start looking at like, okay, well, we might have been stepping stones for some of these people to take off and run.
100%.
Now, it's in how you look at that, and like, are you gonna be jealous? Is your ego gonna make you jealous of an artist being able to do more? But you kind of help everybody did a thing to help pave the way,
100%.
instead of just celebrating something that organically just came out of the city.
Yeah.
And then providing help to them. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, as big as like somebody like Curry is, you need a Mark. Just like from back in the day when niggas don't even know Mark used to be at New Orleans with us freestyling, and he really of the culture. So all the experiences and everything he did led up to meeting the right artist, somebody from around the way with us, and being able to be who he needed to help. And then of course there's other people to help as well. But like, you know, taking pride in being one of the people that help a thing, instead of having that thing all have to be about you. You don't always have to be the face or something.
No. Take a village. Take a village, man.
So I want to ask you, right? If you got an opportunity right now, like being that you done been in the industry, watch how it moved in and out, like if you got a chance to be like a huge big artist right now, would you take that opportunity?
Nah, not right now. I like because I still put out music, but from a very free space. Yeah. Because being an artist is a lot of responsibility.
For sure.
And now the responsibility is even greater to be an artist, because this is a new social media era. Because when a lot of people see artists that they feel like are self-absorbed or egotistical, you gotta use that to be big. Yeah. Like you gotta be yak. You gotta think you the best nigga on earth every day.
You gotta have a little bit of narcissism.
You gotta have a little narcissism to like get that big. And I don't blame them, because all of the energy from that propels you. Right. You know what I'm saying? That's almost their strength, is that belief, that psychotic belief that I'm better than everybody in the world. Right. The Kanye theory. Yeah. And he's a showing proof of it. Like, I'm maybe not the greatest rapper in the world. I can't play instruments. But I know whatever I do gonna be dope. Yeah. And it's doper than what you do. So it's like, I don't really operate from that space anymore. So it's hard for me to tap into that, because I'm such in like a freedom, helpful stage. Like my dopamine for that was like 10 years ago. You know what I mean? Like when I was like 12 years ago, I was like on some like, I'm about to just shut everything down. I'm about to do some weird shit and make crazy. And I got a taste of success as an artist. I've been on Fallon twice. I got gold singles on myself. Like I don't really need to be Michael Jackson. You know, like I could be like that nigga who was signed to Motown who did dope shit, and they might YouTube me 50 years from now and be like, yo, he had a little vibe, he had an era. I'm cool with that. Everybody don't gotta be Michael, everybody ain't gotta be Prince. Some people gotta be Curtis Mayfield, you know, the Dramatics, or some groups that never got as big, but people respect them musically. Facts. I'm cool with that, because people respect me musically, and that's all I really wanted. So when people talk about me like, yo, Lunch dope, that's done,
it's proof
you
in the
know.
pudding. Like, you saying that you ain't got 100,000 views. You got some videos with 100 million views.
Nah. And that was a time when I was, you know, signed. I had Machine. I was making good on that, because you compete on that level. And I've competed, and I've got some gold medals, and I'm good. You know what I'm saying? And now I just want to, you know, it's all about, you know, the newer, pushing some, because I don't think I'm more important than the culture, you know. The culture is more important. So it's like, if I'm like, you know, I'm the hooper that, you know, I was on the court, and I'm like Joe Budden now, just adding to the culture. You know what I mean? I'm cool with that. Example. You know,
some people just need our experiences from back then to help. I read I think, was it Mastery, and they was talking about Freddie Roach, the
boxer coach. And
it was talking about how he was just like, he had a lot of heart, and he loved boxing, but he just ended up being average, which is okay. Yeah. But he needed to be that to create Pacquiao.
100%.
And there is no Pacquiao without Freddie Roach.
Our wisdom is everything. Because it's just like, even, you know, we've been outside a long time, all of us. So when we meet younger niggas, we could be like, bruh, I've been there. I'm gonna give you the game now, and you go do. You know, don't listen. Yeah, they don't listen. They don't like listening. But the ones that do, the ones, the ones that do, it's worth it.
But they gonna bump their head. But they
got to.
We
ain't listen.
We bump.
We have big brothers and cousins and people out. We ain't listen to nobody, because you kind of need your own ideas too. I don't want to change you. That's what I tell like younger artists. Like, I want you to be strong about your ideas. Just take this in a little. This is like, just hear me out a little bit, so you don't have to go through the shit I went through.
Right.
You know
Also,
what I'm saying?
too, we
I'll
could be
skip
wrong
it.
sometimes.
No, we can be wrong. I'm accept. That's why I don't really judge the young because we was that young.
Yeah.
Like we were once 20 years old or even younger, 16, 17, coming up rapping, not caring about what any of the older artists in Miami thought. You know, we were that. Like that was their era. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, and
I definitely don't want to be wrong for nobody.
yeah, I don't. That's the worst. And I don't like over promising and under delivering.
Yeah.
That's why I don't really be like, I'm gonna help you do everything. I'm gonna just, if you ask me, I'm gonna tell you.
Like how we was
You
talking
know?
about the blog era. Like, what if we would have kind of listened to the older, like, nah, this is what you got to do. You got to go to the club. You got to break your record. When in reality, we just got into the wave of the internet rap where
Yeah.
you could literally just connect with somebody. They have a big platform, you feel me?
Yep. Because that was an era going to push your song in the club, and people didn't understand. You know, which that stuff teaches a lot.
Mm-hmm.
The people I feel like that. See, the thing is, like, people think everybody popped up out of nowhere. Like, Currency had eras.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, a lot of the guys that end up winning in that era, they didn't just pop up on the blog scene. Like, they been rapping, it's like artist development and growing and learning is a real thing. Like,
For sure.
And
You
then
know?
you just and to bring up Burger again, because I thought about some other shit.
and
the
you
other
knew
day.
Ross. We knew Ross. Like, Ross was 100 mixtapes in before he blew up.
When,
Like,
and Ross book Hurricane, when he talked about when he was down bad, the truck flipped over.
Mhm.
I literally remember that.
yeah.
Because that's when me and Berg was rocking with Ross.
Yeah.
And we couldn't get in contact with him because he lost his phone. Like, so like that's some real shit.
Real shit, yeah.
But you remember the first what was this? The freshman list, the notable one.
The
Freddie
notable-
Gibbs.
Yeah, Freddie Gibbs.
And
Yeah,
Freddie
yeah.
Gibbs and Currency
Kid,
and FC.
Asher,
Bruh,
yeah,
I remember-
Wale was on it.
I remember
Big
that.
Sean.
And that's when I first started, like, I didn't know what data analytics was, but I was kind of doing it in my head.
Mhm.
And I'm just like, all right, these are the people that's getting talked about nationally.
Mhm.
I want to be here. Let me see what I got. But I remember Bird was killing everybody on that list, bro.
Mm-hmm.
When I say, like, Currency was hot and getting, like, 5,000 plays on MySpace, and Bird would bust out with 60, 70. The
60,
only
70.
people who had
Mhm.
more views than Bird on that list was Kid Cudi
Mm-hmm.
and Sherrod.
Yep.
Because I Love College and Day and Night Drop.
Yep.
That man had more views than Nipsey. Everybody on that
Everybody.
list.
Yep.
But then it's the environment. It was nothing to take him
Yeah.
further.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's like you can't look back at that and say what he didn't do or what could have been more. It's like, man,
Berg
he
did
maxed
what,
out.
if anybody knows Teron,
Right.
he gonna always do what he want to do. He
Exactly.
always been like that, and I think his career is exactly great how he wanted it to be
Yeah.
independent. You know, Bushy's doing great. You know, they got their crew. You know, like I
From-
feel like
from that, yeah.
everybody don't. He was. There's plenty of times I feel like Berg could have like, you know, went there, but I think he was comfortable with like owning his shit and like doing it a certain way, and it's just our city doesn't lend to people being massive independently. Like if you're an independent artist in LA, you couldn't spread to the rest of the country,
Yeah.
but in Miami, you know, it's harder to be super independent and like hit unless you know go move that. But I think it was for a reason.
Yeah. Like,
Yeah.
'cause
Everything. A
when you
lot
look
of the
at-
artists that never like us, like our friends, we would say local or whatever, but it worked for a reason.
But it's like his is kind of weird because for one, he kind of like from that same lane as when Boosie bust out.
oh yeah,
And Plies.
Yep.
But
Bro,
you
Bird-
can't name nobody, a major artist in the South who may not know.
No,
who
of
he is or
course
never
not.
Heard of him, you know, so it's like
bro, a legend, man.
he probably
He a legend.
hands down the greatest underground artist
100%.
from
sure.
here, for
100%.
sure, and one of the top ever in the
100%.
South, hands down. Like that's a high.
I remember
high
when
as
we went
regard.
to we used to perform at Club 56 and Berg did a big ass show at Club 56. We all performed. That shit looked like
times.
Rolling Loud.
Yes.
I'm talking about to wall in that
Yes.
shit. Like you couldn't
All
turn
of us in
around.
the city.
Yeah.
And every song, word for word, top of the lungs.
It's four
like,
quarter.
It's for
That was a
yeah,
good night.
like
That was a
like
good
literally, he was like
Oh,
Bird had the
shit.
vest on. You know, he had the bulletproof vest, and we was on the side. Rama did Wham that night. We did Wham and Get
Right.
Grown, and it felt like we was on the Rolling Loud stage. Like it was that level of like
Major moment.
yeah, major moments of like even I learned a lot from that. You know, like that era, how to move, how to and knowing like there's certain, key things of the grind.
Yeah.
Like that hand-to-hand printing your mixtapes,
Yeah.
DJ Obscene, shout out to my bro Obscene and all them. Ideal at the time, we created platforms for us to put freestyles on mixtapes, on track, and all that stuff. Like that helped. Pitt was on every mixtape, rapping on every beat that existed. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody was just trying to we was all just rapping on shit, trying to sharpen our skills. And Greasy was using melody real early. I was using melody on the Get Grown hook that made us be privy to using more melody. I mean, Piccolo, Corey still got the most original sounding music I've ever heard in my life. I've been all over the world and I've never heard no one that sound like Piccolo, ever. Corey, no one sound like Deslock on Earth, I think. On planet Earth. I've been to every I think I've been
that special funk.
It's a special funk mixed with something else, So it's we have a lot of so I think it's just the way we was operated was just different. It was different.
Being that you done been everywhere, because I be trying to have my theories and stuff like that. What's the thing that Miami is missing? I know this is a cliche question.
Yeah, it's an age-old conversation we always have.
What's that thing that Miami is missing? Because my theory is all right, you go to New York, it's a whole bunch of labels, there's a whole bunch of marketing agencies, there's a whole bunch of PRs and stuff like that. Are we lacking the resources for real, or being that you had the transition?
Well, I feel like the funny shit, when you go to every city, when I go, there's always people who complain in their city about their music scene. We are not the only ones.
When I heard Atlanta niggas do it, I was
first we got to stop. Yeah, you go to everybody think, everybody in the A get along. There's this group of niggas there frustrated with the music scene there. You go to New York, niggas complaining about New York radio. You go to LA and they feel like there's their politics. So it's we got to get out of thinking that we're the only people going through this issue. It's just it's a proximity issue, where we in our town, so we feel like this is going on. But I definitely think we need more. Like I said, I feel like we haven't had business we have talent, but business is music business is big, and a lot of the kids, Florida before it was Miami, Florida on a whole is doing amazing in the music scene. It's not, it used to be just about us. Right. And that's why I think now that it's stretched across Florida, we are even more damn, why Miami, because now you have people from Broward coming out, Tallahassee.
I've solved this.
Yeah.
I've solved this. So this year I started reading a whole bunch of black books, right?
Yeah.
Because I feel like I ain't know enough about black history.
Yeah.
And one thing I found out is a lot of these black cities, post post Civil War, right?
Yeah, post Civil War.
Remember, Miami is a new city.
Very new.
They didn't have a Reconstruction. Reconstruction is when all the black people got free and they was able to do certain things. You had people in politics starting business and shit.
Yeah.
Bro, if you go in that era, Atlanta, it's been people making money, black people making money and owning business and doing business a very long time.
Very long time.
Chicago, a very long time.
Absolutely.
New York, a very long time. Yeah, even though the LA black population kind of young like ours, where they came from, it was the same thing.
Yeah.
So it's just their black people are a little bit more business savvy.
Business forward,
than we are, not because we are stupid or something, but it's more entrenched.
We cater to a lot of different people living here. Man, we're not only a black city. Yeah. When we are black people, Jamaican, but we have different. Atlanta is primarily an African American community that lends to majority. We're not what they would say a homogeneous city. Exactly. We have Colombians and all different type of people. Everything. So it's hard to only. That's why if you look at the artists who broke, Trick, he caters to a community. The City Girls, Trina, and then Pitt was a big gap because he represented Chicos, all the hood Chicos from the crib. And then you got and then Ross, he represents our fly, get fresh. Every artist that we've had that is broke has really catered to a certain demographic of people from Miami that can champion that person. Right. The Chicos champion Pitt. And black people too. We all love Pitt, but they were finally identity.
But him and Ross, they the two most enterprising major artists
Exactly.
that ever come out here like
business
themselves.
wise. Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I'm gonna go buy property myself. Pitbull got a nice little stake in Miami Subs.
Yeah.
Like he know that's a hood staple in Miami.
Yeah,
Like, not
yeah.
even a hood staple, but a Miami staple.
Miami staple, yeah.
And he plays a part in that. He got his name on FIU Stadium.
Yeah.
Ross the same way. All of the wing stops and owning real estate. Like they are very enterprising. Where like somebody like Trick was just. Bro, I just walked by Sundays not too long ago. Bro was playing dominoes in front of the restaurant. And I'm like, this shit is very organic.
Organic, yeah.
But on the
Trick
flip side,
represent that.
it's charm to it too. Because imagine coming from Nashville on a trip to Miami, coming to Trick restaurant to see him playing dominoes live in front of him.
You know,
so it's like the
be...
charm Trick got is still crazy, but he's not trying to be what he ain't.
Nah, that's not his bag.
He need his money.
Yeah.
To have the kind of fun Trick try to have. The latest whip is everything.
And Trick and Ross are two different styles of Miami niggas. They represent two different, and they both from the crib, but we have multiverse type of people. Yeah. You got niggas like Trick who like double, and they come from that, and you know they represent the streets a certain way, and Ross represents the streets a certain way, more on the like entrepreneur. Exactly. He's rapped like that for years. You know, he always talked about foreign cars, and everybody talked about dunks. He always talked about like you know Trick went from Polo to Dickie, and then Ross started talking about brands and owning things and paying your taxes, and like that's his, you know, he a hustler. But
he was,
you know,
and Ross was already fucking with Kanye and all these.
Rapping on sampled beats, being a hip hopper, lyrical, you know, because people know we can rap because of Ross. Honestly, a lot of us, including yourself, me, Berg, a lot of us, we were rappers. Being lyrical wasn't a thing. So we was so niggas be like, y'all rap on New York nigga beats. Yeah. Like I've got that at one point too, because my mixtapes, if you know the Munchies and all my mixtapes, like I like East Coast hip hop, like Ross, who was rapping on was rapping with Eric Sermon, and we was on to that. So at one point in Miami, it'd be like, nigga, you want some New York shit? You don't want to rap on our beats because we weren't rapping on beats with drum lines and shit like that. You know, and
Wayne
like
also
all
like
that. Wayne and Ross was probably that East Coast influence.
That Berg was doing. Berg, we was on that.
Gunplay. Yeah. Certain people was like, nah, we was really more so making.
Because those are the ones that were like, Get Grown and Wham worked for me here. Those are my flagship. Yeah. You know, but I have other shit. Yeah. But the other shit wasn't like get into the.
Get Fresh was mine.
Exactly.
But I didn't even know that shit was a hit.
So I went to a party and I seen people singing it. Y'all was on that Cassie beat.
Right.
But it lends to the dancing.
Exactly.
The other shit we was doing wasn't really
never
like
make a song like that myself.
The headphone music.
We wasn't a headphone listen city. We wasn't a headphone listen. But the few that do come up to me from them times, I realized like it birthed a lot of other rappers from here. Like they won't tell you, but like a lot of younger rappers have come up to me that are younger and heard those type of shit we was making and been like, bro, I was listening to the Lunchtime mixtape you put out and the Munchies and all them things. I was like, damn, you was listening to that shit? And then I hear they shit and it like they huge on the internet. Yeah. And I'm like, oh, somebody was listening to this shit. But to me, it was like none of my homeboys was like, man, these niggas want to hear that nigga wham that thing, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Nigga get grown, nigga, turn that shit on, put that, lead that nigga with you and Berg on. Turn those on. That's what we want to hear. I'm like, all right, damn, I can't even be creative in this motherfucker.
The highest compliment was like, yeah, you like the currency here. I'm like, I'm not, but I get what you're trying to say. You're trying to say blog, different.
You trying to say I'm being different.
That's what you're trying to say, but it's like here you ain't had no other reference, but like
you making
currency.
I mean, when I came out with Bills and all that shit years later, bro, when I did Bills that broke me nationally, like I had homies calling me from here, like, nigga, what the hell is this? Right. Like they was like, what is this shit? And I was like, music,
right?
You know what I'm saying?
I'm like, it's crazy, but I'm not surprised because I know your range.
Yeah, the range, you know and people like when we get in different environments, you write different things. You're more experimental with music and sounds. You know, it's like I was over there, I'm smoking good, I'm listening to different shit, I'm working with different producers, so it lended to like me trying to a whole nother lifestyle, but it was still Miami though. Yeah. You know, so I was like, I just wanted to do something different. You know what I'm saying? Like trying to do different shit. That was the main shit. So, you know, I've always been down for that, you know?
Yeah, man. I don't know, man. I think.
Oh, bet. No, I'm good, bro. Sweat it out. I ain't worried about that shit.
I think right now,
Appreciate
it's just trying to hold on to an identity here. And I don't like to talk too much because, like, you see this gentrification shit play out everywhere. And it's like, bro, you'll be singing the same old song. Yep. It's more like, what you gonna do to maintain what we got? Like, for one, what we need to do is really document everything. Mm-hmm. Bring up the past, talk about the past, put it out. stamp what we were before it's completely erased.
Yep.
And for the people here, it's like, yo, you got to get with the times. That's why I done got big on like find a way to make enough money to stay here, because all your sweat, equity, and family, and your taxes, and everything you ever put in the city is in this. And if you move, you just gave it to somebody else.
Yep.
Is that ego though? Just
Nah.
not giving up because like we've been here our whole life. You feel me? So
I mean, if you're gonna move somewhere, you gotta move somewhere and build. Like, if I move somewhere, it'll be plans on turning something else into something where like my great grandkids can look back and be like,
for sure.
"Yo, my granddad was a major part in building whatever crazy city we moved to next."
Cause this shit be crazy down here, and I be feeling the same way like you. Like nigga ain't finna run me out my city. I'm
Yeah.
not giving up.
Yeah,
No,
This
no.
is my shit. This is the shit I grew up on. Like, you know how long I waited to have a Chick-fil-A down the street from my house?
But
I got that
but
shit.
we
I'm
also
not going nowhere.
we playing a different game now, because like I done been amongst them crypto bros,
Yeah,
and like it's a different kind of.
and that's the thing I
Bag.
be talking about. Like, okay,
The
nigga
price-
knowing
the price gonna
you
be-
got it, homie.
the price gonna be high.
Yeah,
But
Yeah, I
then
don't
I
think.
also see how they like just like us for being cool, and they like the culture part of it, but just your existence here is pushing them off.
Yeah, that's why I came back. You know, I've lived other places. I came back because I was like, that was my plan though,
Mhm.
was to go, you know, what they would call make it,
Mhm.
you know, try other things and see if I could push through to do some things I never thought I could do, and then come back to the city and establish, like, you know, like songwriters and produce, you know, from that side too, because we focus on the artist side a lot here, but there's a lot of talented like producers and writers and
True that.
voices and you know what I'm
True that,
saying?
true that.
So I wanted to like nourish that at the crib too and meet young kids, show them how to make
I
records. And
remember you was opening the studio.
yeah, I had the lunchbox, you
Yeah.
know, for years, like the gallery with the studio, and I left it open for whoever wanted to come and shoot videos.
Right.
Cause like, you know, we community nigga. Like that's why it's like, that's another thing with the real estate is like owning spaces where we can keep venues still
Facts.
and have people perform. And really just, that's the thing that really get me with the city now. Like I remember growing up, we had a lot of places to perform, and there's not a lot of places like for people to showcase.
At all.
Y'all had it at one time. We all had it at points,
Yeah.
but it's like keeping that, because then that allows like a community to grow.
We missed the opportunity to
Yeah.
where like, okay, like let's say me and you, in the blog era, when it started
Yeah.
to turn to like the stream,
Mhm.
SoundCloud era.
Mhm.
Now we kind of like the older heads making a little paper,
Yeah.
and we can go and say, all right, bro, let's patch up 2 bands
And
and
go-
throw a show,
throw a
put all
show.
the hot jits on.
Yeah, yeah,
Because
yeah.
if you think about it,
That
bro,
means something.
they don't have to no more in a literal sense, bro. Because all right, I just watched the D30, right? He did his first day out
Love
video.
30. Known him
And
since
30
the
we
jet
trust.
too. 30, I love 30.
Bro, I watched him do his first day out video, right? Shit went crazy.
Yeah.
I guarantee if y'all go on Instagram right now and try to search his Instagram, he's shadow banned. You
Yeah.
won't even be able to find his page.
Right.
And that shit still got 100,000 views posted. Like,
Yeah.
do you understand how powerful that is? A
Yeah.
nigga being shadow banned and still be able to
30 on the bridge too. He one record away
Yeah.
Bro.
from being in the, you know, in them space as a
But
young artist, you know, like
what shows or what events that he had to like really show that he could really sell some shit out? Like,
But
you
when
feel me?
30 popped out, it was so hot down here.
that was hot.
Yeah, they were kind of like held back, because like even when we was putting together shit, and you know, not to them, we already know we came up just like how they come up, so we know how it is.
Yeah, yeah.
But during they little era, that little 2020 to 2023, it was so hot you couldn't do nothing.
You couldn't
Yeah,
do
for
nothing.
You know
Because
what
our
I'm
shit was still like very,
can
you know, the
move.
streets was hot,
can
but
maneuver.
we could still move around and perform. You know, we was, you know,
Man,
shit
we
was
was-
dangerous, but we could still,
Yeah,
it wasn't
for
like we
sure.
couldn't go outside and perform at a club
Right.
and like, you know, and I understand now it's just really, it's these jits is insane. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yes.
you know, they got too much going on, and I
They
think
do.
they need to focus on their business and don't crash all the way out,
Yeah.
Right.
because it ain't worth it, and think bigger. Because I know you looked at our era and thought everybody was doing the same thing, but not like you had a business mind. Berg had a business mind. Like Ross had we had business minds. Don't just think the antics of the internet, because it's more than, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, and that's why, you know, I just hope they all don't, you know, but there's a lot of niggas in Miami doing, he one of them.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And we watched him come up, he was young too around us and shit.
I
like,
think when it comes to rapping, you got, for me, because I'm an old head now, but
Mhm.
and I don't catch everything, but like for me, it's I've been listening to 30 for years, because that's time.
yeah, Tom, shout out to Tom, yep.
And Bonnie, I got that. Started listening to Bonnie because of my son.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the Jit from Broward.
Mhm.
Turn it up now.
What's
And
the
then-
name of the other one? 6K. That boy been going
6K
crazy.
fly, but 6K been like he really from
I ain't heard
low
6K.
key.
I gotta listen to
6K
that.
fly.
You heard him. I
You
forgot,
know-
I forgot his song that everybody do know, but you definitely heard him if I play the song. But right now he on tour with
Man.
Skilla.
6K.
Oh, that's
been
hard.
Philly
right now.
for
That's
years.
hard.
6K low key.
The Skrilla kid from Philly, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, he hard too.
He
yeah.
probably
6, 7.
so he used to be coming to all the pool parties.
yeah.
Doing his thing, like
Mm.
he probably so ready right now
Yeah.
because I know he been putting in the work, grinding,
Yeah.
head down for years, like doing his thing. Like so, if he catch, he might be real.
Yeah,
Yeah.
He one of the ones that's.
I ain't gonna even say he catch when he get what he
He
deserves
getting there.
and catching.
Like he been doing
he
shows,
gon-
been sold
yeah, he
out,
gonna
and
do
all
his
kinds of
thing.
shit.
Just keep good people around y'all.
It's the business.
That's the thing.
gotta
Have
get this
one
business.
friend or two friends that does not care about that camera.
Yeah.
All he care about is catching that footage, chopping that content,
Yes.
doing that business.
Yeah,
That's all he cares about.
he deserve it.
Yeah,
Bananas.
that's the guy. You know, one thing like with Po Boy, and I was around for all of that class was business minded.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like he wasn't trying to be no rapper. We need CEOs. We need business people. We got enough talent.
Yeah.
So now you know it's
And he don't play the radio.
huh?
I said class don't play the radio.
Nah, he gonna
Straight stone face.
stone face.
Yeah,
You know they
got
gonna
his
be
paper.
outside Po Boy flyers
Yeah.
and like we need to remember those. You know
That's what
those.
we missing.
Yeah, that's what we missing. We
That's
got
what we
talent. We just gotta and we. I don't feel like the city doing. You know, I see a lot of these conversations on the internet. I'm like, we not doing bad. Everybody acting like we in like this space of like, you know,
Niggas don't execute. Like I said, going back to the business minded thing, like it's a guy I know here from Jersey. He was like, man, I came here, I'm ready to work with anybody in Miami. I'm like, bruh, they just not ready and prepared. They coming from an all talent perspective.
mhm.
I say you'll do better by going and presenting things to people you want to work with.
Mhm.
Teaching them business by doing fair by them.
Yeah,
Yeah,
mapping
yeah.
it
And
out
then
for
after a
them.
while, it'll get a little bit more easier for you because you from Jersey, bro.
Mhm.
Like y'all know a little bit more than us as a collective.
Yeah.
You're gonna find people here and there that know how to bust these moves, but like the proximity you got to the tri-state and what we got here, bro, we by ourselves.
Yeah.
We all the way at the bottom. Like
Mhm.
Atlanta is a sister city, but look, that's 800 miles away.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So everything just be going on down here by itself, and not to mention going deep into the politics of like when we didn't get all the banking and loans and all the shit.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, we've been left out of business a long time
yeah.
down here.
We got a lot of big producers and writers from here though too, low key.
Like, 'cause the
Like
talent
even my
always
nigga
gonna
is
shine
Skirdo.
through.
You got Monsters and Strangers who've made hits for years that are from Miami. You got like, and I bump into everybody all the time, like because we move around to different cities. You be like, he from the crib. Like we have a lot of on the behind the scenes part of the music. We super heavy.
Yeah.
Like a lot of the guys from the town who were around all that time have came up as producers and
Right.
writers and all those type of things. So it's like, but you know, we just have to highlight those people too,
Yeah.
so we can let other people know like this is also a thing. Like, you know, you could be a hot producer from Miami or a hot and lend the sound to other parts. And like, you know, like Greasy's been writing for a lot of people, you know what I'm saying? Doing his thing on that side. And all of us, like, there's a lot of other jobs,
Right.
you know, it's not like, you know,
That's the thing. I think it's like the meat and potatoes part of your day. Like how you can be an artist, but then you still writing and
100%.
skill and then that IP or those publishers and those masters can work for you while you're sleeping,
100%.
keep you full so you can stay in this arena getting staying creative instead of worrying about like I gotta have the hit, so I gotta do the show. That had you stressed out.
Yeah, no, we got to be multifaceted.
Yeah,
especially nowadays, you got to be multifaceted. Everybody an artist. If you're a producer, put out a producer project.
For
Get a
sure.
bunch of niggas from Miami on it. You make all the beats and you put out a producer project. Like
Market
you know,
yourself
market
as an artist.
As an artist, you know, because now you got, you know, you can put it on all the DSPs. As you know, all the producers hit where everybody's like using their, you know, you can do the coexisting, you know, shit together and share the master of it and things like that. So it's like us just realizing those things too. Like even the mixtape game, you know, like that was big.
Yeah.
You know, and now like trying to like repurpose that. You know, how can we showcase?
RIP Dat Piff.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I tried to go on Dat Piff. Like y'all realize they closed their shit like my mixtape and Dat Piff and
They got
you know,
archives though. I found.
yeah, I
when they
found it
started
too, but I
downloading
couldn't
all of them.
find certain because I
Yeah.
had mixtapes on there. I don't got no
I'm
more, so
missing
I
a
was
couple
trying to.
on there.
Yeah, I couldn't find it, but you know, just you know, but I feel like Miami's always gonna breed stars.
Yeah.
However long it takes, there's always gonna be somebody new I mean, there's so many. I mean, look, Camila Cabello's from Miami, low key. You know what I mean? Like the girls from Fifth Heart. So many other little people. Sabrina Claudio's from Miami. Like all these other little fat. They just don't say it all the time. But now you see on her last album, she did like a Miami thing and put the city girls on it and all of that. Because we just a broad city.
Yeah,
you know, we're not like we have pop artists, we have R&B artists, we have like it's like a
we
big
need the world sound people like stuff you did. I think. Bushy
got
a world sound. I think Chad got a world sound.
Hell yeah.
12. I always said like the rappers can make things happen, but like let's say those three are examples, and if it's anybody else sound like them, I love to hear them. But those people that can make music that can do what Afro beats do,
100%,
and then just go, go. It ain't no borders because they doing hip hop, that's R&B.
That's R&B, soul, but it's feel like soul, but it's a little tribal.
Right.
That's the Miami sound because we like pirates.
Exactly.
We grew up on swamps.
Exactly.
Mixing the all our black influences. From our soul music to our Caribbean music to all of that. We get that jump. Like that's why we a global town.
Right.
Like Bush shit could play like in Nigeria and Ghana and all that. We just got our rhythms, like even that production style, like no one else raps on that, like anywhere in this country. Like that whole drum rhythm we got, like I don't even know what we call that shit, but
it's the stick drums.
The stick drums, like that rhythmic, coming from our band aspect too, like us playing snare drum and all of the Florida sound and shit like that. So yeah, I just think we get, but like going back to it, we just need business people. We need people like y'all.
So
like
I got one last question before we get off music. You feel me?
Yeah.
How do you feel about the space of music right now, like the way it's heading? Like,
in the music game?
Yeah, like what they said, hip hop, this is the first time hip hop is not on the Billboard chart. And
that's cap. I just think it's cap because like hip hop is the ecosystem to all music at this point. Once you bow to the 808, it's in country. It's in pop culture.
Yeah.
I think we got a responsibility to make sure the genre stays number one by like not being so repetitive and finding our individuality in the space again. But I don't care if it died, we just go underground and it's gonna come back up. Music comes in cycles anyway, but I don't. It's not. That was just a whole fix. But I think in black music on a whole, I think anytime hip hop gets a little weird, R&B's been saving the day. You see Kalani with Folded and Leon Thomas and all those things are gonna come save the day when rap is in like a transformational stage. Cause that's what it is now. We had these sounds and then now it's like everyone's getting back to like we just got slightly, for me personally, get our individuality back.
I think that's just like a attack on rap.
Remember, it was like R&B was dead a few years ago.
Exactly, and rap was leading the way. We had the young dudes, the Uzis, everybody, and
just
all of that stuff.
To get a little rest.
Yeah, give it a little rest, and then and then we find somebody young is new is going to create a new sound, and that's going to be But I think the internet made everyone so singular. Now it ain't even about coasts or anything anymore. Because before, which I like that's happening is I feel like how like Metro did that Atlanta album. We're gonna go back to regional music because before that's what happened. Like there was no regional sounds, but then GNX with Kendrick did very West Coast.
Right.
And then Metro did, Take Me Through There and all that very Atlanta 2000s. All of that shit. Yeah, it just
I'm
became.
Still bumping that.
I fuck with YK.
YK, she hard, but it's regional. That's what made us special. Like when we go to Atlanta, hear what they doing. Go to New York, hear what they come to Miami.
It's like a breath of fresh air.
100%. And because everybody, at one point we couldn't tell where anybody was from, and then you could play fake with that. Because before we had to do your background, where you from, who know you, where you pop into your city, are people dancing to your song. So like those regional things I want to come back, like where the producers sound like where they from, because then we get the individuality.
And you get that full, it's like walking around Disney World. It's like there's a frontier land and there's a space land. Like,
it gets interesting.
You somewhere else when you get on this land. Like,
100%.
You want to feel that when you listening to real Texas
music. When we go to Texas, we want to play like their music. And we want their artists and their production and shit like that. So, but I don't think it's in the I think we're in a trend. I mean, even with all the new AI tech and stuff like that, we're just in a very transformational stage of music, right now, where everybody's trying to, what is a hit? What is this? What is that? What's the sound? Especially for rap. But rap is like water,
that shit
man.
Benefit somebody to feel like that. Like even saying hip hop dead is like, but you pushed all this shit on us. Now you saying it's dead because of that.
Yeah.
I mean, if hip hop's dead, what's rock and roll?
Right.
You know, rock, you know, the guitars have been out for years. You know, it's not like bands anymore.
Because even what
you know?
came back is still nostalgia. My son listened to a whole bunch of rock, but it's old shit.
It's older stuff.
It's not
Super
so much
old
new
shit.
motherfuckers.
That's
you
even
know?
in music, period. Like, I think older music streams more than new music.
Yeah.
Because it's just the nostalgia base of the world. And it's just like, but there's still a lot of good music out there, though.
Yeah.
Like, people making hard shit, like rappers I be hearing, singers.
It's like you gotta treat it like the underground.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta go searching for it now.
Yeah, you got to search for that motherfucker, man.
Get
like,
back to like I've been listening to Mexico Joe, the nigga from Atlanta.
Yeah.
Nigga make a responsible 2000s trap.
Sound like real
yeah.
Gucci.
Real Gucci shit. Like,
But you hear that shit and it's like it feel good to be on some shit that everybody ain't on again.
yeah.
Watch it slowly grow.
Be like, bro, you heard this?
Larry June had a lot of success with that.
Yeah.
that too, you know what I'm saying? Being niche and then expanding out, but staying himself. You feel me?
100%. That was the fun part. When you be like, yo, you heard this nigga? You never heard him before?
Nigga just be
That
responsible.
discovery base.
Yeah.
That's the most fun.
Yeah.
Is like, you know, I still have fun with this shit though, bro. I still love music. Like some days, you know, I've been doing it a long ass time now. So sometimes you wake up like, damn, but I still love it. Like I truly still like figuring out shit and like, yeah, it's still interesting to me. You know what I'm saying?
All right, so I got to get on this first topic. You feel me? Finna go ahead and veer off the music.
Okay.
So I just wanted to ask y'all, like, I was just randomly thinking when I was on a walk. I feel like you got to choose a side whether you like invested into sports or politics. How do y'all feel about that? Like, do you feel like somebody could be invested into both? Because I feel like sports, for example, if a basketball player, something happened to a basketball player, a football player, like the news travels so fast, you got to be on top of that shit. If a motherfucker get injured, like I'm really big into NFL football fantasy right now.
Right.
Mhm.
So I be on that shit like, nigga, if a nigga get injured, nigga, I got to be on top of that shit like right then and there. Boom, boom, boom. And that's the same thing with politics. Like if something happened with politics, like, you feel me?
Yeah.
You very into stocks and shit like that. You sit there and watch politics all day. You don't know shit about sports. You feel me? Like
I'm done.
you can't have that. So how do y'all feel about that? Do you feel like you have to
Listen,
pick
I'm
a side?
finished. It's over.
Do you have to pick a side? Like, do motherfuckers have to be invested in the sports or politics?
It depends on what kind of life you trying to live. Like I feel like a gambler gonna pick sports because that's how you feel you getting your money.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think everybody good gamblers.
For sure.
I think everybody going with their emotions, but I think it is some real good statistically
Mhm.
minded gamblers
Mhm.
who really can see through the noise.
Yeah.
And it's the same thing with the stock market and investing. It's a lot of people who approach it the same way as those gamblers who can't see through the noise,
Mhm.
but it's people who got to be locked into the laws and politics and world news
Yeah.
all day. That's why I try to hear what's going on because CNBC ain't gonna tell me who to invest in.
For sure.
But hearing what just happened in Africa and this supply line and that supply line, like that's gonna tell me where to go.
Yeah.
So it's only 24 hours in a day. So I gotta be hyper focused into that
Yeah.
to see past the noise. So, you know, I think both of them work the same way, but you only got enough time for one or the other. If you really, really, really doing it on a high level.
Yeah, I agree. What'd you say, Sko? Because like it don't necessarily have to be like real political politics. It could be like music politics. You feel me? It could be fashion politics. But I feel like it's really like either or. You feel me?
I don't know. It go back to what Ransom. It depends on what your focus is. Because you might just be in it for the entertainment part,
Mm-hmm.
but the politics gonna play a part in how the decisions being made. Because
Yeah.
the politics is basically behind the scenes.
Yeah.
So if motherfuckers shaking hands behind the scenes and you aware of it, you could be like, oh, this how this might play out.
Mhm.
Right.
But you might not be into that. You might just be like, oh, I'm just in it for the entertainment.
Yeah. G shit.
So,
Mhm.
but my answer would be politics.
Yeah.
Because I rather know what's going on, who shaking hands, kissing babies, all that shit.
G shit. Because
Alright.
I be so into sports. I be like, bro, I don't know what the fuck going on in politics, bro. G shit.
Yeah.
I can't tell you one thing that's going on right now.
Right.
I mean, I'm definitely like a politics nigga. You know, I like world history and politics and governments,
Way
and
to go.
it's just good to be informed because these people control like your ecosystem
For sure.
certain ways. So you can't leave them alone too long.
Mhm.
I enjoy sports. I still love the NBA and looking at ESPN and things like that. But like, I think it's more, it's better for your life to be invested more into what's going on in your local government and the world. You know what I'm saying? Because sports, I feel like, is also there to distract us in a way.
For sure.
From
It
those
definitely is.
those things, you know, like watch the basketball game, millions of people watching that. I'm gonna go sign some legislation over here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like I just feel like being black, it ain't safe not to know what's going on.
Yeah.
You know, because we already not privy. We're already looked at as people that aren't, you know, this country was, it's not always us forward.
Yeah.
So it's irresponsible
That's why
to
I
not
feel-
be informed.
That's why I feel
know?
like that saying what you know won't hurt you is outdated.
No,
Yeah,
100%.
for sure.
Yeah.
When you're oblivious.
That's not true at all.
Yeah.
And I also told my homeboy too, like he'll sit there and watch basketball, and I had to sit there and break it down to him. Like I'm like, bro, you know, basketball come on at 7. That shit don't come like last game will cut on like 10, 11 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, you sit there from 7 all the way to like 12, 1 o'clock. You done spent about 6-7 hours in front of the TV watching straight sports,
Mm-hmm.
sweat your ticket, everything nonstop. Like you done gave a lot of your time. And then basketball is 82 game season. This bitch on damn near every single day.
If you want to be a sports agent or you're trying to get the educational point of that shit, do your thing.
Yeah.
But if it's your leisure thing, I can understand if you're a working person, you get off work, you want to watch your game and drink your beer or something. I get it, but it's good to know what's going on around you, man.
You
It's
know what's
just
so
too,
funny? Like,
like,
I'm at the point that I don't understand that.
What?
You know why? Because it's such a limited return. Let's say even if your ticket smack,
Yeah.
it's really isolated to like it being like you having no control over what's going on.
For sure.
Mhm.
Like, and with being invested in what's going on with the world, even if it's not like investing in stock, like tapping in, like I said on Instagram, that like people who want to get into HVAC and electrical and all that,
Mhm.
like the government, especially our state government, done invested so much right now into grants for people to get involved in it.
Yeah,
Like our people is so distracted by all these other things
of course.
that, like, you know, and it sounds old and cliche, like, oh, everybody ain't gonna make it in sports. But the reality is, yes, you ain't.
No, it ain't clear.
But-
It's fact.
Yeah, it's like you can begin, you can be in a part of this now. And then when we have all these electrical companies and these data centers and all that, now you got to come in on the warehouse level again.
Yeah.
When right now
Niggas
it's
gonna miss the gold rush.
right, learning the
gold
skills
rush.
to like, and this ain't like the tech thing where niggas try to teach you the code, so they was training AI low key on, on
Yeah.
the side. It's,
Yeah.
Nah, this shit hands on. I'm 100% sure ain't no robot can do the shit that I do.
Yeah, yeah,
So-
100%.
And that's gonna take 100 years.
Yeah.
But if you distracted and you're not really peeping, like if you were saying I could live off betting
Mhm.
right now, that's stupid because I'm good at stocks, but I can't necessarily live off
Live off
stocks.
stocks, yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Because a lot of that, no matter how good I make these predictions, I guess all of it still ain't in my hands enough.
And somebody
For
gonna
the
be
day-to-day.
manipulating it.
Of course.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I still need
Politics
something
behind the
coming in.
scenes.
Yeah.
Fuck your whole shit up.
Yeah.
Like
For
right
sure.
now, we walking in here, the stock crypto dropping crazy.
Yeah.
That's to make you emotional.
Yeah.
Of course.
But since I got paper coming in,
Yeah.
all I got to do is say where am I getting back in at?
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I've had times where I'm living off of the market the whole time, and I see that, and that shit drive me crazy.
Yeah.
I need to get that out, and then man, pulling out of major stocks where right now they 2-3 times bigger,
Yeah.
done taught me that that's a part of the game.
hmm
That's how you harvest money from me, even if I'm making money.
Of
I'm
course.
playing with my emotions.
Yeah.
You can't play with my emotions if you're a youngin' out here making 5, 6, 7 bands a month off a legit
Yeah.
job,
And this
and
just a side
you,
hustle.
and you just invest in 10, 15%,
Yeah.
that don't even hurt you to see your shit go down 50%.
Nah, not at all. You got to invest 10% of your
Dollar
money.
average cost.
100%.
Just keep going in, keep buying, keep buying.
Man, I got shit that I ain't look at, and you just watch that shit grow like 10x's. 10x ain't no shit that's for a stock market wizard.
Yeah.
That's just some shit putting in it's shit that I missed, like Walmart. I mean, I was talking about Walmart at $40. That bitch $100 and something dollars. Now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's
And-
paying attention.
Exactly.
Yeah, paying attention, putting your focus on the things that, and making money has never been hard for us, for black folk.
For
It's
sure.
our investments and what we do with our money.
We
It's just
scared,
like, we love that game. We love that ticket because soon as it hit, we could go do something with it.
Yeah.
Instead of saying, I'm a reinvest it and do something else with it.
That's the
It's like, that's what keeps the growth of the community, you know what I'm saying? Us reinvesting. It's like if you want to get into sports, let's talk about like owning sports teams. Let's like figure out how we could like get into the business of things, which has been more like even in the music business, a lot of things that are black forward are not black owned, you know, and that's like changing the mentality. Like let's like try to like, you know, let's get in the publishing game, in the licensing game. Let's build our own publishing company, our own licensing companies, license our own artists, and create a community for us all to like spread that. You know what I mean? Like that shit forward. Like, you know, I'm trying, you know, this all come with like education, which is important, you know, because financial education is definitely like something to be taught and passed down.
Right.
You know, it's not, no one just becomes like financial literacy isn't just something that you just wake up and just, you know, somebody has to put you on to these things, you know. But now with the information age, you can read it, prompt it and read it.
Yeah.
You know, there's no excuse now. You go ChatGPT or Gronk, any of these prompts, you still have to put the sweat equity, but how do I start this business said this time? Psh,
But
I get to work.
A lot of it is, you know, like you said, like that dopamine rush of just saying, I want to make my money, see my money right away. That's the disadvantage that you see, that you don't see from other coaches, like being temporarily uncomfortable.
Yeah.
To invest in something for the future and say, yo, what's the real goal? Like as a man, like when I tell young dudes, I say, as a man, and you 20, if I can give you any advice, I'm going to 40. 40 is the big stage.
Yeah, I'm 37. We all going to 40.
We ain't even there yet. So
Sco, where you going?
He is saying,
Sco, you 37?
36.
36. Oh yeah, we around the same age.
So it's like
thought Sco was a little younger. You know what I'm saying? I thought my dog was like,
yeah,
he fly. It's the youthful jackets and all that. You look at 30 and all that. Like, damn, my dog 30. He gotta be 29.
But it's the big stage. If you 20, I say, bruh, have fun, but be a little bit more responsible than the people your age.
100%.
10-15% more.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna start burning out after that, but you done put some time in. You done took your apprenticeship. You done went to college. You done got your doctor your degree, your law degree, whatever your main craft is. You done put some work into that. You done got blackout drunk. See, that's not the right thing to do. You know what I'm saying? You done probably start meeting the girl you want. 30 is that like
Uncle YN.
Yeah, exactly. That's that prime time where it's like, okay, this the capstone. I got to put all this together before 40 because that 40 is the niggas you see owning shit.
No, 100%.
Owning the store, owning the business.
Hey, Mo.
I don't lie, bro. I was really lucky, like, you know, growing up, like.
Yo.
Is it on?
Yeah, it's on.
Okay.
I was really lucky, like, growing up, like, you know, my pop's a smart guy, you know? So, I know a lot of that comes from, like, you know, so a lot of my friends that grew up with fathers, you know?
Right.
So it's like, I feel like even, you know, speaking on, like, the Circle House aspect, it was like, it was very educational for the city.
Right.
Like just seeing black men own shit in Miami. Like before everybody had to go to Hit Factory and go to all these places to record.
Yeah.
And you know, Circle House is the black music Smithsonian of Miami. You know, all the local talent and all the local labels, you know, and all of us were able to see, you know, two fat Jamaican niggas on some shit in the middle of North Miami. And it inspired all of us, even not only being related to me, but just inspired the E-class. All of us was like, we can have shit. And we don't have to go over here and record, right? You know, and us coming up from a communal vow, like giving studio time to like for nothing, to like, you know, you could coming up to Cool and Dre's, the Red Spot, like all, and that's how I learned. Like it starts an economy. Yeah, you know, it just takes a couple people to go. You know, we gonna all invest, play their part, and invest in us work together because it's happened like tons of times, like you know, in the business side of like everything, you know. And I learned that just ownership, you know, like just truly having something that's yours. And then creating an environment for others to own too. Yeah. You know, and then we could take it to wherever we want to take it. And if we got to go back in that pot, you know, we could all just go reach for that, you know what I'm saying? And stop the individual thinking more, you know.
It's like isolating, like, and really understand your business. Like, you know, again, I just be sitting back and looking at the playbook, watch people come up, burn out. And I watch like the girls who do hair and lashes and nails and all that, right?
Killing it.
And I watch all them get super hot. Start raising their prices, and I always say the same thing. I said, two things wrong with this business. One, it's only so much you could do with two hands. You know what I'm saying? And it's only so much you could charge somebody for a service. To where, like, let's say if this shit costs $100, they willing to pay $150 for you, but they're not willing to pay $200 for that service. So it's a cap. So you're gonna stop at $150. Really, what you need to do is broaden what you can sell that you don't have to do yourself.
Yeah,
So like if you the nigga who you're a barber and you got the best haircut that help everybody get waves.
Yeah. Sell stocking caps.
You got to sell with your own patented wave cap.
No,
You got to
100%.
sell your own patented wave wash and wave wax.
Diversifying.
I'm not paying you $100 for a haircut.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I looked at everybody who started getting it. I'm like, bro, you crazy. I ain't doing that.
That's what the girl Erica J did. You feel me?
Yeah, I was just about to say that.
But she expanded into a product line.
Yeah.
Yes,
You know
because
what I'm
she went from she blew up on YouTube because she used to do hair. Then she went to how to install wigs. You feel me? Then her tutorial video became
that shit.
Yeah, it became big. But usually when motherfuckers blow up on YouTube, they start doing the lifestyle shit and just become a YouTuber influencer.
They
She said,
wanna be
fuck
famous.
that. Yeah, she said, fuck that. She made her own wig glue. She made her own products. And then now she just keep marketing. Like, once you have a product to go with the influence, that's when that shit go through the roof. A lot of motherfuckers just get the influence and just, hey.
Because it's just like the fame.
Yeah.
The fame junkie, you know, instead of like
What was,
tangible.
Like, and see, like, I've always admired how she move in business. And the girl we interviewed, the boutique,
Stash House?
Stash House.
Stash House Miami. Yeah.
When we was talking to her, you hear the business mind. It's like after 20 minutes in that conversation, I'm like, I see why you successful.
Yeah. Motherfuckers will be like, man, I ain't paying that person that did it, or I'm gonna just get. She like, nah. What's your price?
Right.
Okay, I need you to wear this outfit. I need you to do this. I need you to do that. Okay, I want to start getting into real estate. She said, I paid a mentor. He helped me go to Cleveland. We started buying houses. Then, like, a lot of motherfuckers, especially Miami, we too prideful to even, like, why I'm gonna pay somebody and I can figure this out myself? Like, nah, sometimes it's easier to just.
Nobody figures out anything themselves.
Yeah.
You learn greatness from greatness.
That's
so
right.
everyone has to be showed, has to be taught. And that's usually how I look at it. Somebody has to receive the information. All of us been stubborn at times in our lives, but the times you did listen changed your life.
Sure.
Like when Lou Diaz looked at me and was like, Lunch, you should write songs. I was like, give your songs away. I was like, I'm going to give my songs away because it was good information and I had enough knowledge. Like Salam looked at me one day and was like, you should change your name from Crypto because I used to be Lil Crypto. He was like, yo, if I was a fat nigga, like, I'll name myself LunchMoney.
Yeah.
And I was like, I took that in. Other people were laughing and thought it was a joke. I was like, that's a brilliant name.
Right.
My name is now LunchMoney. From that moment on, I changed my whole name. Name changes. Like, that's why I feel like it's just willing to take in information.
Right.
It changed your whole life. Just one sentence, maybe one word, you know what I mean? Just willing to, you know, but the information age lends for I know everything kind of, but like there's this, bro, there's so much in business that if someone doesn't explain these things to you, like, you won't really.
You'll be lost.
Yeah, you'll be lost completely.
Right
you can't read it in a book. You know, there's certain things. Even though reading is fundamental, I believe. But you know,
if more people were willing to partner with the right person, like
hell yeah.
You know, honestly, I would love to work with more people, but I know it's a tough conversation to talk about. Like let's say me coming in for you to be a business manager. I'll tell people, I'm like, bro, I don't want no creative direction. I've been a creator my whole life. I get the exhaustion.
Yeah.
But I need to quantify what you're trying to do.
Yeah.
Like, you can't just say this so fly is gonna do that. That's like that's not something that you could count on. Because
you know how many times I be trying to figure out some shit and I just call this nigga up like, hey bro, I'm trying to do this.
Yeah.
But I can't figure out how to do this. And then nigga be like, just do this.
Yeah.
And I'll get out the phone, I'll be like, man, this nigga tripping. Now I really sit there and think about it like,
nigga, I'm tripping.
Yeah,
that shit is brilliant.
I think that's my talent more than anything. That's why I say when I stop trying to do it for myself, when I can sit back and somebody come with a brilliant idea, I could just turn it to money. I can turn it to operations.
And that is doing it for yourself in return of helping someone else.
I like doing that.
Yeah. It's still superstar treatment.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's still a service, but it's in return like satisfying that it's creatively too. You know what I mean? Because you got to think of an idea for someone on how to like double or triple their, you know, their value. Which is like, that's talent. Like their whole.
Like you said, everybody still treat me like a player. Like
I mean,
because that treatment.
Because they know you are creative at heart. So that stuff, like even with me, like I know what it like to be an artist. So when I work with artists, I know how it feels to be you too.
Yeah.
Like the pressure, the the struggle, you know, all of those things you go through. Like, I know I can mentor you through that and how to handle these situations of like scared or what you might think this might be a direction you shouldn't go into. And that's normal. You know, people always do that. Everyone's scared nowadays, artist wise.
I got an idea for I'm gonna say it later. It ain't for me. It's an idea that I wanted to give to remember Kiki? Let It Blow. Yeah. So of course we already know her for that. And then she started selling lip gloss. But I wanted to present that idea to. I'm like, man, you might as well turn that negative into a positive. Everybody know you for that. So and you selling lip gloss. Yeah. You might as well call your lip gloss Let It Blow and market it off that.
That's genius.
Because all these hoes talk about they skills now.
Their head game.
But I'm like, I don't know how to present that to her. She might find me. Cause you feel me?
But I mean, you should be able to say that because that is the opportunity. That's going back to what I said earlier about the New York niggas. It's like they gonna see that and they gonna stamp that, bro. Like remember when Millie Rock happened? I watched them again. I'm like, they got a new Harlem Shake, and they stamped it again,
Mm-hmm.
and this shit done made it to Fortnite.
Yeah,
yeah.
Because they just when they get it, they stamp that motherfucker.
Chris Lighty was smart enough to tell Soulja Boy, patent your dance. It's even a gem like that.
Yeah.
He looked at that kid and said, you should trademark your dance.
And what Chris Lighty was, just like us.
Just like us. Back, you know, that's the ET. People who teach. You know, we weren't always willing to teach. You know what I mean? Yeah. Some of us was like, you know, we have that. When we come up, we kind of me. I got to keep this over here because I'm going, it works stronger if everybody winning. Because then we all like, everybody could pass it along. You know what I'm saying? Like,
remember when everybody found out about Scovision?
Yeah.
Lights went up on the ground.
Yeah.
Took that shit to the moon.
That boy was one of the first influences on the low on what's the name?
And I ain't put the business behind it.
Yeah.
I just do it for the culture.
And
not everybody do it. Everybody just set their phone up somewhere
and do it.
I was doing that shit.
Motherfuckers got a whole matter of fact, I seen motherfuckers they got like a whole case now where you could just stick your shit to the wall for motherfuckers to do TikTok.
Yeah, like you could just stick it to the wall.
Imagine if you had made that. That shit probably cost $2 to make.
I'm telling you.
I mean, even when
when you first,
Camo and Olive and those colors back then, like religiously. I've seen it, I'm like, I might have started doing that.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie. Scovision was genius because I never knew it was even a timer on the iPhone.
Right.
I'm like, nigga, what the fuck is that?
You put us on.
That came from
knowing the tech.
Early taking pictures. You ride your dog, take me a picture. Nigga, remember, I ain't take you no picture, gay ass.
All you do is take pictures.
So I'm like, how the fuck can I get my picture taken? I'm like, it's photography, bro.
Hey, the nigga ain't even put us on though. The nigga was into taking a picture. All you hear is boop, boop, boop. Nigga looking around like, you just see this nigga posing. And then that nigga just went to pick up his phone. Like, nigga, what the fuck he doing? Oh, that's how you take
Imagine how
pictures.
revolutionary this is in like 2012.
Everybody comment, hey, who taking your pictures? Who getting on the floor taking your pictures? And it literally just came from reading the fucking sign in Urban Outfitters when they used to have all the little gadgets and shit. They had the little timer in there. Because I had it was the iPhone 4. That one didn't have the timer. The 4S had the timer.
Genius. All right, so I do got another question. You feel me? Run a little low on memory. So for the people out there, like, let's say it's somebody out there that probably had like a substantial amount of money. You feel me? Probably had not life-changing money, but like a good amount of money, and they just end up blowing it. What advice you got to give them right now?
Whew, I've been there.
We all been there.
Yeah,
everybody been there.
Yes,
I do that shit tomorrow.
Yeah.
So what advice you could give? Like, even it could be advice to yourself. You feel me? So what advice would you give them?
I mean, I had a business manager one time, man. I had really ran through it like numerous times because you got to spend to understand.
Yeah,
saving is important. But at that time, I didn't really give a fuck. I was like, I'm touching this bread. I never done this. Yeah. And he asked me, he's like, did you have fun? And I was like, yeah, I had a great time. And he was like, well, that's what's important.
Right.
You know, let's start from here. Well, you made memories. It's good. You can't buy memories. You can't purchase time. So as long as you had fun when you was doing it, you had fun. But then, you know, I feel like as you get older, you understand like you can have more fun saving also. Because then you could like the longevity of your fund could not be short lived. But when you're young, I feel like everybody should fuck up. If you don't fuck up your first bag, that's good. But if you do, learn from it. Don't make the same mistakes over and over and over again.
Yeah.
And making money to me has always been good, but knowing what to do with the money is more important. You then make it, because making it is easy. Everybody make it. If we all like saved every dollar we spent on weed, or you
wouldn't be who you are.
If on sneakers,
Yeah.
on anything, we would all be. Who knows how much money we would all have just like looking in our shit. Like, if God came, he was like, this is all the money you would have had if you would have saved it off sneakers and weed and all that. It would be like probably millions of dollars probably accumulated over 20, 30 years of your life.
Sure.
Yeah.
So it's like, but
But then you never got to be
Who you
go
are.
through your Wiz Khalifa.
exactly.
You never got to be the fly guy who met this person, that
100%.
person off of just living
Going
life
to this
at some
store,
point. Yeah.
going to shoe gallery and spending X, and then you running into buddy, just all of those type of things. But, it's definitely, I think you should, saving is important. You gotta save, you know what I'm saying? I think.
Yeah.
Money is a different type of talent, nigga.
I'm gonna answer when he fixes shit.
Oh.
I'm trying to save this other footage.
No problem.
I'm a dumb nigga though, man. I'm not dumb, but I love spending my money on different. I buy I'm such into art. Art is my thing. I'm buying like original photos from the fucking 1960s that I love and shit like that. I'm still like, I don't know. I'm gonna let Ransom. Ransom's
I don't
good.
know. I
but-
think since I've changed so much, I got rid of a lot of, I don't want to say bad habits, things in our culture that probably just you don't always got to take with you.
Like what?
Just like out earning
Mm-hmm.
my spending habits. Like I think I spent a lot of time burning out. Like I'll look back and be like, damn, dog, you was 20 making that kind of money.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like I found out more and more and more how to make more money
Mhm.
because I didn't know how to save.
Mm-hmm.
But then, like you said, on the flip side, that also made me speed run learning a lot of business and a lot of ways to make money. But now, but I would say like, yeah, I learned what I learned from doing what I did. But now in this day and era, I'm like, dog, you need to use your talent and your skill to connect, make them home runs, get the larger amounts of money that just being normal can't give you, or just doing some regular shit that can't give you. But then you got to also build like an army of like out of your money to just make normal money. Like finding boring businesses or boring components of your own business to just get money on a day-to-day. Like that takes so much of the stress off of you having to worry about a home run at all times.
Yeah, absolutely.
You get what I'm saying? So like, even looking at me going back and saying, dog, I really need to finish getting my electrical license and all that, bro. It's so much people need like their panel changed.
Oh yeah.
And that shit is $3,000-$4,000.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That you making each panel, you could do that in a day or 2
Yeah.
days. That before I have to get creative, it's a sufficient enough a business of that to keep me going.
100%.
And then I could train somebody and then have them doing it. Now I can do 3 or 4 of those a day. And then I got some home run ideas, but I got money to invest in it. I got time to let them cook and grow. And it's the same thing with an artist. Like you can, every day ain't gonna be a show, but that merch gonna be making money.
Yeah.
But also your own little talk show where you doing numbers on YouTube that might be making money.
Absolutely.
And then you having a storefront selling something very specific in a city where everybody respects you for, even if that is only making $1,800 or $2,200 or $2,500 a month. Or like Killer Mike, he got a barbershop. You think he probably making $1 million a month off of that?
No, he making some
But he getting a nice, steady,
Yeah.
consistent cash flow. I think
And
he
that's
got
putting
apartment building
and
too.
that's putting it toward this, putting it toward that. That covers that. Yeah.
And that allows him to get in a space to
be
not
creative.
chase nothing and make a Grammy. Like
Yep.
he did. You get a Grammy
Yeah,
like
get
he did
creative.
last year.
Yep.
Because he wasn't chasing nothing because the baseline is taken care of. So I guess that's a long way of saying like find things to get the baseline taken care of.
Yeah.
That just boring meat and potatoes business that you could do.
It's okay to have
to
like a
support you.
job.
It's like a job. But
Yeah, and
everybody
then
ain't
you
built
have
for a
your
job.
creative, you have your business.
Right.
Yeah. That is all you.
Yeah.
Yeah. That suffice the other. Yeah,
And those are the home
creativity.
runs. That's the one that's you're gonna wake up one day. It's 90,000 in the bank account.
100%.
From one little move.
Mm-hmm.
But the other thing is cooking and doing 11,000 a month, and that's taking care of all of the car note,
Everything.
essentials, right?
Essentials.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Living
So
essentials.
we got to get more in that mindset instead of everything got to be a home run.
Right, yeah,
That's so
yeah.
exhausting. I get tired thinking
Every
about
startup got to go through the roof. This
Every-
balls to the wall.
it's
This
some
it.
boring
Yeah.
ass
I need that
startups that you
vitamin
have.
water.
Yeah. Off top. First
Yeah.
idea.
Like if you know Poppy, who, let's say Garcia Sausage.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say because you live a type of life where your dad might know him,
Mm-hmm.
and you just heard him saying, "Man, I ain't got enough drivers. I ain't got enough drivers. I ain't got enough drivers."
Yeah.
And one day you just say, "If I go get 2 box trucks, can I deliver for you?"
Yeah,
Like, it's only from here to
100%.
Palm Beach. Do you know how much of a game changer that'll be?
Insane.
How many opportunities, small little weird opportunities come up?
100%.
Just the odd job.
You know,
just
yeah,
the-
man.
And just
Yeah,
being
that's
down to do that
Me and your
job.
dad go way back.
Yeah.
You could get in there. Oh, let me figure the route out.
Yep.
Put another one on, another one on. Now you're his biggest distributor in the
Yep.
Southeast.
You got 4 drivers.
And now you're doing 40,000 a month.
Yeah. And you could go make an album. Or
Chilling.
you could go do whatever you want to do. Because I like to make the money and just do creative shit
Those
with it.
are the opportunities that I feel like South Floridian, Black Caribbeans, we be missing out on.
100%.
Just maxing out on. Bruh, it's everybody who live on Sunny Isles is not a goddamn football player, basketball
Hell
player.
no.
When I look at all those lights, I used to see that when I worked for FPL. I'm like, bruh, all those lights ain't celebrities, bro.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
In there.
You said I be looking at motherfucker. I be like, what the fuck do you do? And I just
I be
know-
like, it's that
Brother-
many motherfuckers with money
yeah,
in
especially
this
down
one
here.
building.
Yeah,
Mhm.
And one, and then
Yeah.
it's 20 buildings.
Yeah.
yeah.
Mhm.
One motherfucker in there at the top floor who only make the veneers.
Yeah,
He don't even
yeah.
put them in.
Yeah. He only make them. He make the
Yeah.
molds.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
it.
Yep. He focused.
What you say, Scope? If you seen somebody right now, you could just had a substantial amount of money and blew it. What advice you got for him?
Man, it's a young philosopher named G. Herbert.
G.
That boy
Herbert.
said, niggas telling me to do this and that. Nigga, this ain't y'all money.
Mhm.
So that's my advice.
So,
And I'm going to say, blow that shit until you can't blow it no more.
You do live once.
Yeah.
You live
And then
once.
another part, when you do, just pay what you got to do to get ahead. That way you could get out of survival mode.
that's right.
Mhm.
And that's what niggas who be, when they hit that one good boogie ticket, instead of just like, you know what, let me go ahead and just pay my rent for 2 months. So the next 2 months I could chill
Mhm.
and I could probably come up on some other shit.
Mhm.
They don't do that. We
Or
in
I
Tootsie's
can make
tonight.
this parlay and pay my rent for 4 months.
Nah,
Yeah.
see.
'Cause that's how motherfuckers be
That's
thinking.
how
Like,
niggas-
yeah, I can pay my shit for 2
I'm gonna hit
months.
this parlay and I'm gonna be straight for the whole year.
You feel
That's
me?
how niggas
Yeah.
gambling.
Double
It's-
down
But you
again.
gotta think it's called a gamble.
I know.
And life, everything you do is a
Nah.
damn gamble anyway.
I used to be like that with certain shit. I come up on some money and then just grind and save up.
Mm.
And then I'd be like, what the fuck I'm saving for? Blow it and then repeat the cycle.
Yeah.
But now I just be like, hey, bro, when I get a little leeway,
Mm-hmm.
get ahead,
Mhm.
and then whatever money that's just profit. I could blow that.
Yeah. You just could spend that 10,
Yeah.
20% of your bread. You can have fun with that shit.
It's over now, man.
Yeah.
We finna go ahead and get up out of here. We 2.5 hours in.
Mhm.
But make sure you guys like, subscribe, man. Make sure you guys follow the Instagram, Flystoner305. You can tell them one more time where they can find you at.
Yeah, LunchMoney Lewis. Just hit me on Instagram and all the other places everyone else is at. I'm here, man. Bump into me in the city, man. I'm outside everywhere. I'm
Yeah,
always
outside.
I see Sko like 2-3 days a week, man. I be seeing Sko every day. I ain't gonna say where because we don't want to give up his address. Yeah, we
Please,
gonna keep
please.
it cool, but yeah,
Yeah.
we here, man.
Yeah.
But I thank y'all for having me, though, bro. I'm happy I came through, and
man,
and
you
whenever
feel me?
y'all need me back, man, I'm here.
Whenever
Yeah.
you're ready, bro.
Yeah, yeah.
That's the home base. This is where we at every 2 times a week, bro. Wednesday and Saturday, bro.
Bro, I'm here, bro.
Pop up.
Pop up. I'm here, bro. I appreciate y'all.
All right, man. Holla at y'all next week. You out.